What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot Ed, and today we have in front of you the Transformers United Doom and Destruction collection. And in this collection, we get the following: Wrecker Melius Monitoris, we get Chop Shop, and we get Barrage. Now we'll start here. Of course, this is a gray repaint of Smashdown. He comes with these two blast effects parts here. We also get, of course, Chop Shop, which is a repaint and remold of Shrapnel. And also over here, we get Barrage, which is a repaint of Bombshell. We're going to look at the box and then we'll start comparisons right away. And the packaging is pretty nice. I was impressed with it. Came in its own box as usual. They're no more packing it in the other boxes or anything like that. So I will give them their props on that, definitely, for sure. I'm very pleased with that, because it could have been worse. But hey, when you get the right thing and you get it right, you got to give them their props. And well, I give them their props. So everything is on the side. You get to see the Monitoris dude on the side. You get to see the two Deluxe Insecticons on the side again. And then on the back, you get to see all this. Instructions are included along with the baggies. He is 6 steps. He is 10 and he is 11. Booyah, we're done with the box. Let's get on down with the skit. Now, there's still going to be some glue drying on the Fans Project version of Chop Shop, unfortunately, because, well, Brother Man had to fix that because those parts do break on that figure, and you'll notice that if you own it. So let's go ahead and do the comparisons. So this is Smashdown. He turned into a hammer. Hammer time. Dun, dun, dun. All right, but he's got the blast effects here. He's primarily gray. I heard some people say, oh, he's just gray. Well, yeah, you are right. He is just gray. No, I ain't gonna sit there and tell you that he's not gray. He is definitely gray. You see it there? And here's Smashdown. Now, Smashdown has red plastic with the gray. I do like him because he's one solid color, where this is like two, but if you turn it this way, you can see, and there's some details that are not on the first, that's on the second, like the horns when you get them in robot mode are painted blue while his are not. But he has a blue looking crest here. The horns have blue accents. These do not. Pretty much though, he's just a gray version of Smashdown. And actually, I like it. I know some people don't, but I do. So hammer up. Now we finally, and they didn't overuse this weapon too much. So having 2 of these is pretty cool. All right, let's get them boy out the way for a second. And then after that, we're going to go to the next figure. We're going to show off the other than Barrage. Now, Barrage is, like we said, a retool and remold of the Bombshell. Now, what's cool about him is they get these new parts here. So you get these new leg-looking parts. You can kind of give him that look like, he's different. And of course, the way that the newer kind of stag-looking feature comes out, it's right there on the bottom, and unfortunately you can't hide the head, and you cannot turn this head due to the fact that this is in the way. I don't know, it looks like it's 2-piece, but it's one. We'll talk about that later in the video, but of course you fold this back up and that's the best we can do. But hey, it is what it is. It's Transformers, more than meets the eye. So now these two little parts that would have been on the back that would have been like legs, because you kind of configure it a little differently, they now can fit on the gun. So now you have like this, triple blaster thing that you can put there. And I do like the way he looks, man. I mean, we'll talk about my little gripe in a minute, but no, he does look really good. So let's get a good look at that. Yeah, all right. And then after that, we're going to bring in none other than Chop Shop. Now, Chop Shop is now painted in this nice rust color with all of these nice accents of orange and red. Decepticon symbol. The new mandibles are a little soft. He comes with these new parts here that are these 2-piece that form kind of like the legs, newer legs. And then of course, when you would use these guns as the back legs, I pegged them under the arm to kind of give them that kind of like a super, like more like a tank, like a heavy tank look. And of course the gun can go here. Same weapon as the original, except it's just painted brown now. But yeah, he does look nice. I do like him. And I gotta say that yeah, I do like them. There's a lot of things I like about them, and we'll talk about that because I do have the Fans Projects versions. But now we're going to go ahead and do their comparisons with their counterparts here. And you'll probably see some changes with mine because I did chrome a few parts on mine. So other than the Bombshell, we'll go here. And then after that, we will put shrapnel here, and we'll make like a little, coalition of parts here. Now, of course, the one thing I like about the original Insecticons is the uniformity. This is part of the reason why you have to have all three. But at the time, it was very hard to get the Fans Project Insecticons, which is probably about the closest you can get to some decent Insecticons. So when they came out with the set for the deluxe Insecticons, that kind of snatched it up with the quickness, got it on sale. It was one of the holiday things. Normally, I think it was like $119, $129. Because it's a special set. It came with 2 extra sets of guns because the original Insecticons came with swords. But I was able to get that set on sale for like $99, $89. So I was very happy with that. Now, you see them together. They do look nice. Let's do the comparisons. Voila, let's go. So we have the same things here, except now we have this new mandible here. And at the same time, we have this new kind of looking mandible here. And like I said, there's room for both, even though they're repaint, the remolds of each other. But as I get older, I realize, well, we just got to deal with what we can deal with. So I'm not complaining. All right, we're back by YouTube Magic. Had to stop for a second. Thought I had to go outside. But anyway, so this is how they look here. And like I said, the differences here I like enough so that they just look very good in every way. So yeah, it works. It works for me. It works for me. It may not work for some, but it does work for me. And of course, there is the symbol on the back. I think it's like the Doom symbol or something like that. So there it is on the back. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And we'll go ahead and move these to the side here. The next ones we'll show off is the Shrapnel versus Chop Chop. So as you can see here, there is a little special symbol here on the side. And of course here, we see everything from the top. Now, as you can see here, he's got the nice white stripe that the original G1 toy Chop Chop had. Now, just to reiterate, the deluxe Insecticons were not remolds of the original G1 Insecticons. They were actually molded and repainted from a line of toys called Beatrus, which was a Bandai cartoon toy line. Forgot where it came from. But if you ever had the converters, they sold, I think, all of them in the actual original Beatrus colors. Because I remember when I didn't get the deluxe Insecticons, I was able to get the ones, a little cheaper made, but they actually transformed pretty much like them, and they were pretty much the same. I think they had all of them. I don't know. I gotta ask a friend, because he was really into that toy line. And I like that toy line too, because he had a little mix of everything. So, can't complain there. But as you can see here, the difference is now the same gun, like I said before, now it's just painted brown, where this has got the white stripe. This is all black. He's got the little sticker, not sticker, but painted detail here, while this is not painted. Like I said, the claws are very different, but they do open. Like I said, these are soft, kind of like a soft, but not soft like Magmatron, but they're softer than these. Like I would not do what I just did with them with these. And these are painted chrome that I did, of course. And then from the bottom, it's the same thing, except of course there is the different colors. The molding is the same. Like I said before, I positioned those gun legs up here, while these would sit back here. Of course, the head sculpts are different. The transformations are pretty much identical. Yeah, I think they look pretty good together. Now, we're going to put all of these to the side, because we're going to do one more comparison. And then after that, we're going to get them in robot mode out if they would like to be on stage. So yeah, we have Blockade here, and I had to go back and get my box to get their names. And Plunder is supposed to be none other than, and I surely miss, I can't remember anybody's names right now, so it's been a while. But Ransack is the other guys, because we don't have Venom yet. So you can see here how I was trying to get the arms to fit. The mandibles are weird, because these are arm parts that normally would be like, I think, hold weapons, and then you take the backs and put them in here. You can see the plastic on here, the colors and the faux Decepticon, but yeah, it's not fun to transform. It hurts to transform these little things, but when they are transformed, they do look good. But this is better, y'all. But if you didn't get this and you got this, you won't be disappointed. Trust me on that. You won't be. It's kind of like I had this for 10 years, where I've had this just today, and I love this already. So I'm gonna move these to the side real quick, and we're gonna bring in editing today. So this is tear down. which is Fans Project's version of Barrage. Now, this one is probably the easiest to transform over the other ones. Like I said, I'm not even going to bother with Plunder. It's got a weird transformation. And compared to him, now, both of them, like I said, are remolds of their original counterparts, which were originally the Insecticons. He has more moving parts, but like I said before, it's kind of like, it's just kind of hard to, like, I like these, but then I don't like these at the same time. But they were the only deluxe Insecticons we had that were in the chug scale. As you can see here, this one has that mandible that Barrage has, and this one kind of has the bombshell because the original doesn't. Yeah, so that's what they basically did, and it's kind of, this doesn't do the same as what we would do. It's just not the same. So I kind of have to say that this actually kind of overtakes this by a country mile. With these two, if you transform them right or similar, I could give either way. Nah, I'll take this one any day. So yeah, that's it right there. So now we're going to pause for the cause. We're going to get a group shot of them all together so you can laugh at them in the thumbnail. You're going to be like, this is a robot age. You didn't get the thing transformed. No, because I got to do a lot of editing on this video. And I do want to get this video out tonight. All right, we're back by YouTube Magic, and we have both Chop Shop and Barrage in their robot modes. And man, I got to say, yeah, I like them. I like them. I know that they're remolds of the whatever. I like them. So let's go over them first. So we're going to do Chop Shop, even though Chop Shop is probably the most favorite of all. And as you can see here, he gets, like I said, these new claw weapons that go on the arm. So it does give you the option to use these two guns, which was the same with Shrapnel. Very hard to figure out where to put them. But you can just put them right there. I just make like a little double barrel gun. And of course, he has this gun. This is a cool looking weapon here. But what makes this cool, all the articulation's the same, by the way. No differences in articulation. Like I said, you can link back to my old videos for that. They do everything that the other guys does, but it's the head sculpt. Look at that head sculpt, man. That is fantastic, man. That is fantastic. It looks really good. I just had to kind of like get him in frame for a second, and we're just gonna put this weapon back here for now. While we talk about Barrage. Now, Barrage, we got some, boy, Chop Shop, right? Hold up, man. All right, chill. You stay right there, okay? All right, no. If I need you in the frame, I'll call you. All right. So we got Barrage. Now you'll notice something different. What do you notice? You look at the chest really good here. You see some holes and stuff there. Let's turn around. Ain't that Bombshell's chest? And yes, it is. And it is painted well, but you cannot turn the head. You might be able to, but you'll be forcing it. So you're probably gonna have to unscrew the chest and, if you want to turn it the other way. That's the only way. But I'm sure he does look good that way because there are screws in the front. So yeah, it's a possibility. There's screws. You can unscrew this whole mechanism. Probably can pull it off. But now with the back, they added this new chest function like the original toy, which is kind of cool that they're using the B-Truz, mechanism transformation. And even though he's hollow from the back, it does look pretty good. It does. Like, it does make you mad, but it looks good. And of course, he gets, like I said, new claw, like the new leg weapons and the articulation. Everything is the same. And then we're going to show off Taurus and Smash. Go right here, the little guys. Barrage like, man, hold up, man. We stay right there. I'll call you when I need you. All right, so we're going to look at the differences here. We're going to bring this down a little bit. I hope my counterweight doesn't just droop this camera and get this thing in focus. It's a little off because of the fact I got the lens adapter on. So I'm doing the best I can here. That's about right there. All right, back. And so we have both of them in their robot modes. Smashdown on the right and Wrecker Melius Taurus on the left. And as you can see here, basically to counterbalance them, you use the handle. I always thought this was a pretty cool looking Battle Master. Or is it a Micro Master? Because this is originally in Siege. But as you can see here, they do look nice. I like them. I like him being gray and I like him being red. This gives him a different look. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, they do look good, man. I don't know why everybody crying and, all that stuff. Like, man, you understand? It's just gray, man. Well, you're just gray. So we gotta put them boy right there for a second. What's wrong with Shrapnel, man? What in the world? I gotta clean up that silver paint on you, man. Give you a little paint there. All right, hold on. You will stay right there. And then we're gonna bring in the other two guys. The other two. He's starting to really grow on me, man. Like, I like this set, man. I'm happy with the set. So yeah, here they go. You know, they got the grand gesture of set. So we're gonna go ahead and do the comparisons. Let's go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right, so now you can see the differences here. And of course, like I said before, he basically has this nice back, which I really wish they had kind of let you use either way, because you can always just slide the arms off and stuff like that. So it's not like you can't swap the arms around. I don't know why they had to kind of like lock that away, but there's a way to do it. And if you really want to do it, it's cool. But I kind of like the new transformation gimmick that they give them. But everything else is the same except for, you know, this and the legs. They're all molded the same except for the remolding of the chest and everything like that. Oh man, they do like this. All right. Hold on. Before we go. Now I know that Chop Shop and Shrapnel are pretty much like the same and everything like that, but these two right here, this little switch up kind of reminds me of what they did with like Universe Sideswipe and Universe Sunstreaker, where you kind of flip the bodies around and you know you can make one or the other, which you kind of knew you could do that and everything just by looking at it. But yeah, it was pretty cool that they did that and everything. The only thing is a lot of paint here. It makes everything tight, but the differences are enough to warrant a like, okay. Like, I dig it. It is not just paint alone. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of different, yeah, like it works. It just works. And I think that, of course, you know, I painted his head silver because his head should really be silver, not just gray. It looks better silver. I just think that they did a good job here. Just a little bit. I mean, I really think they did a good job. Fantastic. I mean, like I said, third party is probably going to give us something to fill those gaps in. And yes, I'm going to be the first person to buy those. But man, yeah, you got to admit, it does work. It does work. So we're going to move them out of the way for a second. We're going to do Chop Shop. Then we got to do more reviews. And we're going to put the grand side by side before we do the final. And now Chop Shop, I'm going to say this. It's the paint that gives him a different sort of silhouette. And with the mandibles in the head, you know, he's still, it works enough. The paint job works enough to make him look like Chop Shop, even though we know it's the exact same mold as him in damn near sex transformation. But the paint job, the different colors, and the mold, like I said, the remolded parts just work. And it's like night and day, you know what I'm saying? Even though, again, we know that they're, you know, what they are, but you gotta admit, they do look good. We'll just get a nice shot here. I mean, yeah. Good. Now, let's get on to the next comparison, and then we'll do the grand shot of each of the figures. Now we're gonna show off the causality set. And so we're gonna start with Blockade since he's already up. Now, this is where I'm gonna give props to Hasbro on this, because these are they're just not fun to handle. To be so small, you know. Now, is the paint job better? I mean, well, let me put it this way. Hasbro saw what Fans Project did and just said, hey, we're gonna do the same thing. And that makes sense. I'm sorry, it just makes sense. Now, he does come with a gun. I just can't find it. I think I have them next to Ransack. Well, their version of Ransack, Plunder. But still, like, you gotta give props to Fans Project for something this old having most of the articulation of today's Transformers. And the plastic quality on this, yeah, it's kind of in that old vein, creaky, but it still works. It just has everything except for the whistle to come off. But this is just easier to handle. This is complicated, and it does have parts that come off, and you're not careful, things just fall apart. But if I had my choice, the newer one. And I say that because, yes, I've owned these for 10 years, but everybody knows this hurts your hand. Transforming him is, I didn't even bother to want to really go back and fiddle with those arms again. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. And there's a lot of stuff you got to do. Yes, the tips and the tricks and folding and thing is nice, but it's nerve wracking and it's kind of small. Your hands, they get hurt trying to do that. So I'm happy with him now, but I still like him. And these do come off because they're barely held on. So I'm going to put this in like a plastic bag so I just don't lose the parts because, yeah, this is going on the shelf where they were. But yeah, there's some things I miss about him because they had that beefy look that was so different than what we had in Chug that it works. But this just looks better. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, and they both do the same thing. They're both remolds and repaints of Insecticons. This is not like, Fans Project went all out and made a new mold. If you buy these, they are basically repaints and remolds, just like these are repaints and remolds, the exact same configuration. So just keep that in mind. All right. So we've already done that. Now this is where my nostalgia kicks in because he just gave me like this very Gundam like vibe. He was like my dude. He was like my dude that I use. Like he didn't even like walk. He just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Because he does look like he's, and where he looks like he walks. Now, this is gonna be a little hard. This one is because of the fact that he remolded the chest. It feels like the original G1 Barrage with the new chest. This chest, he doesn't have that. In fact, he's just a repaint of their version of the bombshell. And it doesn't even come with this weapon. This weapon, there's two of them because it actually folds in, you put it into the gun. It's weird how so the Insecticons, the Vance Project Insecticons have a ninja motif. And they didn't come with like the traditional gun weapons like the Hasbro ones did. So when they made the deluxe, they gave them double sets of weapons so you could swap them out. Instead of having like kunai and knives and stuff, you can have those. So that's basically what it was. And yeah, I'm going to miss him though. I had, of all of the three, I have a spawn spot for him. And so, but this one just looks better. It does. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of just get one more kind of group shot since we don't have Ransack. I need to get that Ransack now. I got to figure out a way to get that set really, because I still need that gold bug. But in the meantime, this is my Ransack until no, I'm not transforming this because this one is also a pain in the to transform. But yeah, this is my group, and I kind of like Barrage, but Chop Shop does look like he the leader. Like I gotta get Ran. Hey y'all, man, y'all want to help the channel? Help the channel get a Ransack, man. Just help a brother get one. We'll discuss details. Just kidding. But there you go. There's the group shot of everybody. And yeah, that's it. That's all we got. Let's wrap this up. So yeah, that's it. Let's get all the members of the box set in here with all the parts that we have that we're not using. So that way we can, talk about it. So, we can put a blast effect here, I think. Just, I don't, it's got a square gun blast effect. Oh, I got to edit this video. It'll be like, you should put this in a Patreon. Yeah, maybe. Okay. And so we can put that there, and then we'll just put that right here. Yeah. So, all right. So yeah, let's go with that. Hold on, let me get that up. Oh Lord, they can't stand up. We got to edit that out later, man. You got to edit it out later. Because we got some hot dogs cooking. Yep, eating a small little snack before I go to bed. Got the munchies. All right, edit point and edit point here. So this is a great set. It's already on back order. This looks like it's going to be another round coming out in about a month or so. Is it worth the price? Probably, but for what it's worth, They did a fantastic job of remolding everything. The colors are nice and crisp. The plastic quality, it's a little, it's a little more stiffer than you know what I'm saying, than even the originals. You get the little guy in the middle of the Monitoris record thing, and you get these cool blast effects, and you can add them to him in there. So yeah, overall, I'm happy with the set. I'm glad I picked them up. That's all I got, man. Fantastic set. If you can get this and you want this, it's an Amazon exclusive, so you got to pick it up or wherever you can find it at. Try to find it from there. But yeah, fantastic set overall. Very pleased. All right, everybody. This is my review of the 40th anniversary Transformers Legacy United Doom and Destruction Collection. And this is Super Robot Ed, bringing you more news and reviews. Until then, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.